Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're gonna be building my secret base. This is the base that I've been using to defend Dark Elixir like crazy. People attack this base, they might get gold, they might get Elixir, I don't really care. What I care about is the Dark Elixir, and it does a fantastic job of defending. So I have decided, after having this base for over 2 years, to share this base with you guys. And again, it defends very well in farming. It's not a war base, and you know, it defends Dark Elixir primarily, but that's because the gold and the elixir and everything, it creates a very nice buffer around the base. So we're gonna build it today. It's not a speed build, so if you want something quick, you're more than welcome to skip to the end and just build it, or you can, you know, take a snapshot and build it there. It's up to you, but I don't believe in speed builds because it does not teach how the base actually works. So without further ado, let's get into this. And of course we need to remove all, and then I've got a snapshot of this over here. So we're gonna start on the center mark, and we're gonna put the town hall, and we're gonna put the dark elixir right there in the middle. And then of course we want our Teslas surrounding that dark elixir. We want it to look very, very menacing. That's menacing already. Those Teslas being max are super, super strong. Now next we've got our king on one side and our queen on the other, and then we're going to build walls around that entire thing. Starting with the bottom, we do have a space in between the dark elixir storage and that corner, and then we're going to go up and around the hero altars. And of course, unfortunately, it's not a perfect shape. It actually does stop 2 tiles from the top of the town hall. There's no space between the wall and the town hall. Go down, up, and then back around. So the shape of the original center compartment actually does have kind of like a diamond-y shape to it. Now, going north from there, we're going to start off with our clan castle. And of course, a centralized or semi-centralized clan castle is very, very good. And then some giant bombs on either side. Generally, people see this base and they attack it from the north, and all of these giant bombs are very, very destructive. We're going to have an air sweeper pointing in toward the town hall, so there it is right there, and then another one on the other side pointing into the town hall. This protects against air attacks from the south, which is generally where an air attack will come from. We've got bomb towers on each side of there as well, and then air defense on either side of those giant bombs. Now this is our beginning corridor of death on the way to the town hall. It's very, very effective. And then let's hop over and grab some spring traps. So spring traps, in case anybody does make the way around, we are actually going to stop them from going all the way around by having some spring traps there. And then we're going to put down some X bows. And of course the oh, that's interesting. Okay, my bad. So we're going to move one spring trap up because there is actually a wall going across this like that. So we're going to do it on this side as well, but there's actually a mini corridor compartment there on either side. So it looks something like that. It does close off a little further up. So after that, let's continue on with our wall building on the north side of the base, right up against the clan castle, all the way down until it meets up the air defense on either side. Going off to the right, we will go up 2 walls and then go all the way down, so it is bordering the X-bow as well. Right next to the X-bow, we do have a mortar, and then we have an elixir storage. But this elixir storage is not in line with the mortar. It is actually 1 tile down. And of course, this wall line will stay straight. We're going to go up around the elixir storage, and then up and then over. And there is actually a square, you know, a tile by that elixir storage and by that mortar where it's untouched, and then that's where you finish off this little compartment. So the same thing on this side, where we're gonna have the X-bow. Where you at, buddy? There you go. There's the X-bow, and then we're gonna have a mortar, and then lastly another elixir storage. And of course, it's not lined up; is just 1 down. We're gonna grab this wall compartment, go over and all the way to the end, and then around, and leave 1 wall space. There we go, just like so. So this is what we end up with the center compartment and then the top compartment. Now let's finish out the bottom. We're gonna finish out the square here. This one is gonna, if you go off from the corner of this little miniature corridor compartment, go all the way down to the to the bottom, and then all the way up to the top. They should line up just like that, so everything is very symmetrical. And then if you click not one tile but 2 tiles up, we're going to be able to put another wall compartment across just like so. And this creates what I would say is more of an illusion than anything else, because it really prevents people from wanting to attack this base from the south. Now we're going to put a few air traps in there. We're going to put them about 2 tiles away from the bottom corner. We're also going to get some seeking air mines, 1 tile away from each of those. And then we're going to put our skeleton traps on either side of that, set on ground, but you can put them on air if you'd like. Next, we actually missed out. We have 2 seeking air mines, 1 on this air defense and 1 on this air defense. If somebody does attack with Lalo, having seeking air mines next to the air defenses is good, because then it hits that hound, reduces its HP quite a bit. And now we have the fun part of filling in this bottom section. It's actually very interesting wall compartments here. Let's grab the dark elixir drill. That's going to go in the corner of each of these, and we're just going to build walls around that. So it's kind of like an island on each side of that, and on each side of that. Next to that, we do have air defenses on either side. Now, these are exposed to the bottom. That's kind of meant to lure people to attack it with air from the bottom, because those sweepers are pointing down. It will actually detract people from getting to the dark elixir. We've also got a couple of gold storages, so we're going to put them next to the air defense, but 1 tile down, and the same thing over here. And then we're going to actually build a couple of walls out from this bottom corner and have some island cannons, if you will, all the way around there. Don't put that in there. Cannons on either side, so there we are, there and there. And that pretty much wraps up the walls and everything on the bottom side. Now we've got a, not a big portion of walls on the north, but a decent amount. So it's actually just a detraction of walls. It's a way to be able to control the funneling of these things. So putting a mortar up there at the top there, we're going to now put in our walls. And I've got 1 more level 10 walls, the rest are level 9. So we'll go across this a few tiles there. I can't say how many because I haven't counted them yet. But we're going to put a few tiles on that direction. And then let's put 2 tiles down. We're going to put archer towers on either side. So that is 1, 2. There are my archer towers. And then actually we've got a couple of baby bombs. We're going to put a couple of baby bombs kind of catty-cornered in here. So that should defend, you know, against maybe some Barch action or something like that. Not that we really care about defending Barch, because there's no way Barch is going to get into the middle, but you never know. Then we'll do the same thing on each side, putting a spring trap and air bomb at each side. Notice these air bombs are between the air defenses, not on the air defenses, because you want the air bombs to hit the balloons if anybody hits you with La Lune. Next, and finally on this corner, we're going to have a couple of wizard towers. So this is a very anti-air section of the base here. And then off the corner of this archer tower, we're actually going to click up and out, and we're gonna go over 4 tiles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the same thing on this side. Go over to the corner of the archer tower, up and out, and then we should have a few more walls to go. So that should do it there. And double checking, yes, it looks like that is perfectly fine. Except for, oh, I miscounted here. So this one actually is 1 tile further out. So that should end up being exactly right. Because this actually houses another defense, and that is going to be some cannons. So let's get the cannons up in the corner here. That is all of the walls. Now the rest is going to be building placement. And the building placement after this is pretty much, there's not a whole lot of defenses, but there are. So just pay attention, put everything where I put it. It's going to be okay. Let's get these elixir storages on either side. And then once I get these storages down, I'm going to go ahead and start on the right and work my way around from here. So we're going to get an elixir collector, not up against the wall, but 1 click over. Now, I was not the builder. I'm not the native builder of this base. I believe I know maybe who it was, but I can't say for sure. So I'm just going to leave it silent and say the builder of this base was unknown. However, it's an awesome base, and I recommend you use it if you can. So there's the archer tower there. We're going to get a elixir collector there, and then we're going to put an army camp there, and then another army camp here. Making our way around this base, we have ourselves a barracks, and actually 1 tile over and 1 tile over from the corner there, so that works out really nicely. We're going to put a wizard tower right in front of this air defense, and then a barracks to kind of create a buffer in between the 2 there. Wait, that's a barracks, but an archer tower there to kind of, you know, buffer that even more. We'll put a builder hut there, and then we're going to put a dark barracks 2 tiles from the wall and 1 tile from the archer tower and the builder hut. What goes in this corner, guys? We have our last mortar. Very nice symmetry in this base. A mortar on the top and the bottom, the far right and the far left. And let's see, we got a cannon off this corner here, so we'll put the cannon here. Nice and lined up. We've also got our laboratory. I like it once you get to the end of building a base, because then your choices at the bottom start to decrease, so it gets easier to find stuff. We're gonna put ourselves a builder hut on either side of this mortar. And then where's our dark spell factory? There we go. We're gonna put it right there. We want it 2 tiles away from both the laboratory and the dark barracks. And then finally, let's put a gold mine out here. Now this gold mine is actually originally the new gold mine. 1009 got a 7th gold mine elixir collector lately, so I actually put those there. But if, you know, you don't have to put it there if you don't want to. It's wherever you want to put it. Spell factory there. I'm going to do 2 spaces away from the laboratory once again. And then the barracks. And the barracks is going to be 2 tiles away from the wall and 1 tile away from the spell factory. Now we'll put an archer tower, and that's going to be right next to and 1 click over from the gold storage. We'll also put a wizard tower. Notice the wizard towers on either side with a defending archer tower, so that actually works out very well. We've got ourselves a builder hut, and then a barracks as another buffer for that wizard tower, and then another barracks in here to work as yet another buffer. So that's actually going to be, this barracks touches that corner there. Now let's get some army camp action. Get 1 army camp here and 1 army camp here. Can't really tell if the spacing is right there, but that's going to have to work out. We got an archer tower. We have a gold storage. And that actually will do it. Now the gold storage, move that over, put this last bomb there. Now there is a bomb tower, and the bomb tower does go off just off this corner here. Bomb towers really don't do a whole lot for you to begin with. And then lastly, we're gonna put these last gold mines in next to all of this. That's a elixir collector. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I like to, you know, copy it just in case there's some sort of magical reason why certain things are somewhere. So there is the elixir collectors, just like so. Let's get these gold mines in just like that. And I appear to, oh, I forgot the, forgot the gold mine elixir collectors over here. So we're gonna put an elixir collector here, 1 tile away from the end of that wall. We're also gonna put a gold mine and an elixir collector. So let's go ahead and move this one over, and then I actually have one hut left over. I'm not entirely sure where it goes. Let me quickly look it over. I do not think I missed it, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this hut on the left corner because I feel like it. So that is the base, guys. I built it for you piece by piece so you could see it. And I absolutely love this base. Again, it defends Dark Elixir very well. It's not a war base, but it does defend the 2-star on a regular basis. And on top of that, it's a solid base, guys. Just use it. Let me know in the comments how it works for you. Again, it will not defend against people stealing your golden elixir. It's primarily a dark elixir defending base, which is fantastic for me. It protects against air, it protects against ground. It doesn't work every time, obviously. If you've got a good attacker or a 10-10 that's attacking you, then obviously you're going to struggle in defending that. But for the most part, I've gotten more defenses with this base than any other base at 1009. So, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this base build. Like the video if you did, in fact, like it, and subscribe and join the Klaus family if you have not done so already for daily videos. And also, let me know in the comments if you use this base and if it works well for you. That's it for me. I love each and every one of you. And as always, I will see y'all again next time.